Hello and welcome back to Helldivers 2 Loadout Roulette. This time we have the SG-20 Halt, the P2 Peacemaker, the starting pistol, and the high explosive hand grenade. Our armor is the CM9 Bone Snapper, so medkit, stim duration, extra stims. The Inspector helmet actually matches, even the tinge of off-white, which is really nice, because this armor isn't white, it's slightly tinted white, which is annoying to try to match. And then the Cape of Stars and Suffrage, because it matches all the colors. But we're going back to the gloom! We're fighting bugs again. So I will see you there. Oh, that's a big wave. So I think we might need to... No, I should be able to handle this. Yeah, once we get through this, we can quick go over what our options are for call-ins. Oh, I gotta turn that light off. Okay, we have a second. We have Orbital EMS, Smoke Gatling, and the Laser Cannon. Not too keen on the Laser Cannon, I'll be honest. But it's what I got. Does anybody have... Okay, one guy has a backpack that if he dies and calls in a new one, I can scoop up for free. Good to know. Bro is really just hoovering up all the damn ammo. What level is he? 75, and you're telling me you do not have the upgrades to make it so you don't need to hoover up everything? I gotta call bullshit on that one. Hey, we have a geological scan side objective. That's something I saw with the update that we were starting to get former main objectives as side objectives. Yeah, I don't vibe with people who take all the ammo when you call it in. That's never a good sign to me. There are unspoken rules for a reason. And if you're level 75, you know the rules. Like, if I see like a level 8 hoovering up stuff, I'm like, okay, you know, I get it. You're relatively new. But other than that, really? Really? Almost a full charge and this thing doesn't blow out at least one? Okay, yeah, it would be a quite literal full charge to destroy one. That's ambitious. I could just rip out the heatsink, but I don't wanna. I always hate having to do that, it feels like a waste. Throwing thermites, that's a strategy, I guess. Not exactly what I would suggest, but I guess whatever. It works.
Freedom requires firepower.
I don't think my orbital smoke's gonna be all too useful. Orbital EMS, though, probably gonna do some work. Considering it's a lingering effect, yeah, that's probably not bad. Wish I had a turret. But knowing my luck, if I was able to like reroll one of these and reroll the smoke, the game would be like, oh yeah, here's the shield bubble. Which, to be fair, might actually be a decent option. Not great, but if I'm fighting Bile Titan, who's not instantly stomping me in the face, could be good. Oh, it's urban, that's what's over there. Just trying to make it out on the map. But yeah, like that, or the nursing spewers. If I could hang back and have them just launch and just hit the shield, that'd be useful, but they usually don't play along with that.
Northeast. Never mind.
I'm waiting for some planets to be like, instead of water, we added magma. I did see someone suggest effectively tier 2 difficulties for the environment, which I thought was a cool idea. I do think the kicker with this stuff is, as many planets as there really aren't also. I almost feel like if you wanted to do these like tier 2 difficulties and... I love turrets. And apparently that guy who just shot me in the back, that was cool. Oh. Guess we're just point blanking 500s as well.
Reloading. Requesting orbital. Orbital inbound. Request approved. Reinforcements on the way. Objective complete.
Ah, 2 stalker nests. That's actually probably not going to be too bad, actually. Stalkers aren't that big a deal. I actually was playing with a friend of mine, and he was like, yeah, I want to... He got the shock spear, or stun lance, and he was like, yeah, I want to try this. And he asked me, does it work against chargers? I said, I don't know, man, I'm not running and going into melee against chargers. That's insane. So he goes, okay, I'm going to try it. It works. Surprisingly well. But so it's good to know you can at least stun a charger to death. I had tried out the combat axe that's in the superstore. It's not bad. I still wish the game would list the damage because it just describes as heavy hitting, and I'm sitting here going, okay, what's heavy hitting? Is 10 damage per swing heavy hitting? Is 100 damage per swing? Is it 200? Definitely a UI issue that kind of needs to be looked at.
Mission map updated. Objective completed.
Tagging map, northwest, 300 meters.
Yeah, might as well hit the POI and then bounce over.
Enemy patrol, northwest. Freedom
The halt's not too bad.
firepower.
Could even, if I really want to, flip it to stun rounds, but... I just feel like I can't shoot anything or call in anything. Because, like, what am I gonna do? Smoke? Call in a smoke and then just look at it and be like, yep, that's the ability. If it was automatons, I could actually use it quite well. Because I know automatons... I finally figured out how they work. But everybody else, it's like, yeah, it breaks line of sight. But I don't think it's that useful.
Rare sample acquired.
Last reload.
Requesting orbital.
Firing non-lethal payload.
Orbital inbound. Requesting air.
I should probably get away from the hell bomb.
Tagging map, west, on my position.
Affirmative.
Rare sample acquired. Sending in an eagle. Thank you. New man. Supplies. Supplies. Mag's empty. Reloading. Out of ammo.
Dropping a pin. Southwest, 200 meters.
Going down a sentry. Out of ammo. Going down supply. Requesting orbital.
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the
Orbital inbound. Requesting sentry. Come out. Requesting orbital.
No, I'm just gonna call it in. Good use of smoke. It was not. That was just me having nothing to do with it. Admittedly, smoking the resupply is probably not the worst use, giving us the ability to actually like move on it and get supplies.
Reloading.
Calling in reinforcement. How about a nice cup of liver tea? Air sample fire.
Thing is not dying. It just looks like I'm shooting at nothing. It's like the Helldivers representation of schizophrenia.
Tagging map. Northwest, 200 meters.
I wish we'd get the ability to, I've mentioned it before, but like customize stratagems. Could be cool to have
Calling down a support weapon.
like stalkers and other enemies that can camouflage. They get the ability to just ignore turrets, but then you can unlock like thermal optics, and then they can pick up the camouflaged enemies again. Or you could have another optic you could equip that increases accuracy or reduces ammo waste, so they're more efficient. Just something. I think there's something there that could be done that'd be really cool. I'm gonna look behind us.
Never destroy our way of life.
Requesting orbital.
Next. Calling down a orbital inbound.
Calling down a sentry.
Okay, I guess Charger doesn't care about EMS strikes. That's news to me.
On my position. Dominant hive structure destroyed. Heavy west. Close.
I got the terminal. Requesting tac pack. Engaging terminal.
I love how this was all populated with stuff and just a couple call-ins and a 500 or two later is just barren.
I'm out.
Oh. Oh, I didn't even have to... Okay. Here I was, EMS strike in hand, ready to
Requesting
do
orbital.
battle, and...
Firing non-lethal.
Nah.
Calling a pin. Northeast. 50 meters. I'm on it.
Sending in an eagle.
Orbital inbound.
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
Dropping a pin. Northwest. 100 meters. Danger.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
For prosperity.
Ah, the perceived self-importance of calling in an orbital Gatling barrage only to get 0 kills with it. Nothing makes you feel quite as good and also quite as useless.
Marking location. Enemy patrol. East.
Tagging map. East. 300
Oh, he's got the Punisher Plasma. That's one I haven't gotten in a roll yet. Hopefully I get that soon, because I have I want to try it again. I feel like I'm either missing the situation where it's really good, or I'm just not using it enough to comfortably use it and go, oh yeah, this is where it's meant to be. I really think there's few genuinely just bad guns. It's a lot of they just don't fit the situation you're trying to force them to, or they just don't have the right amount of armor pen. It's the path of least resistance. Why use something that'll take, you know, a magazine or doesn't work at all against a target when you can use something else that's guaranteed to work?
Sending in an eagle.
Orbital inbound.
Deploying non-lethal payload.
Requesting orbital.
Sending in an eagle.
Got equipment. Go. I'm on it.
I got the terminal.
Yo, free guard dog. If he wants it back, I'll totally drop it. But otherwise, this is awesome. I have utility.
Bugs.
I definitely think against the bugs now, ever since we got the kind of faction update, I really think you have to have like the guard dog or extra just fire support capabilities, because their hordes or their patrols seem a lot bigger. It seems like there's just a lot more of them.
Engaging terminal.
It might just be, I don't know, recency bias, but they definitely feel tougher, especially we're not seeing them, but the, also haha, not seeing them, but like the cloaked ones,
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the
they're, if you naturally keep your head on a swivel, they're not tough. If that's something you don't typically do, yeah, they're a big challenge. I'm excited to see what comes next for other factions. I know some stuff's been data mined for a long time now for the Illuminate. New, like, ghoul guys, some, like, summoners who can do, like, a ritual to summon guys. A lot of interesting stuff. Which will be nice, because the Illuminate, being currently a 4-unit roster, they get real stale, and everybody's really reached the point where you know how to fight them without failure, able to throw down with
100 meters.
relative ease. Which is a bit of a bummer. You know, you like to have a challenge, like to have things get mixed up.
New mag.
bug outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate.
Requesting sentry.
The stuff I've seen for the automatons is interesting, because I know there's... what is it? There's like an armored walker, so like their little chicken walker thing, but it's like a proper pod. Or no. I think there's an armored version, but then there's also a big, like factory strider sized bipedal walker with guns. a lot of stuff is gonna probably be coming sooner or later. My guess is after we're done with the gloom. My guess is we'll deal with the gloom. We'll deal with the black hole, which, if you haven't been doing it, we probably should be running more Illuminate missions to stop them, because apparently they're making the black hole move.
Requesting orbital. I'm out.
But yeah, after that, after the black hole, I think we're going to be dealing with the automatons, or it might be a matter of we deal with the automatons next, and this is kind of a persistent threat with the black hole, since it looks like there's a good half-dozen planets it needs to slurp up, or can slurp up. We probably shouldn't let it do that. I do wonder what's going to happen, though, because, like people have said, oh, it'll cut supply lines and all this stuff, which, yeah, that's a big deal. But simultaneously, like, there's not a lot of planets, and we've been keeping a lot of this stuff, at this point, still locked down. So I'm wondering, are we ever going to do anything with a lot of these? Is space going to get expanded and be like, oh hey, we discovered more planets further out from Super Earth, or what the deal is? Because if we lose, 7 planets and they're all just destroyed, that's a good chunk of space that's now unusable. Unless we're introducing a shattered world biome, and which would be cool.
Requesting orbital.
Heavy, northwest, close. Reinforcing. Dropping a pin, southeast.
Marking location. Northwest. Sending in an eagle.
Tagging that, east, 300 meters.
Requesting air support. Requesting entry.
300 meters. Requesting
Oh, we gotta go back that way. Oh, well, this sucks.
orbital.
Here, I thought we were making our way out, but
Calling in reinforced. Tunnel free.
on the contrary.
Requesting orbital. Tagging map. Northeast. 50 meters. Calling down supply. Orbital inbound.
Heavy, north, 50 meters. Mission at 10 minutes remaining. You may proceed to extraction when ready. Heavy, east, close.
Sending in an eagle.
Outpost is
Calling in reinforcement.
request approved.
Thought I was out of range for that.
Reporting to the front.
Kinda going back to what I had said about difficulty. You see what I mean? Like, this is only a tier 6, and we're down to 8 lives. We only got 10 minutes left. That's another 500.
Dropping a pin. Northwest. 100 meters.
Follow me.
Affirmative.
I don't know what he's doing.
Requesting advanced weaponry. Calling down a sentry. We've got equipment.
Think he's trying to get his supply pack?
Immediately. North. 50 meters.
Probably not the best idea given current circumstances.
Extraction is available. Fog tunnel breach.
There, God. I was gonna say, just die already.
Marking location. Calling down a support weapon. Calling down supply.
I've seen some stuff for the weapon modding, and there's like a heatsink Mark II that gives you 100% more heat capacity. And all I can think with that is, man, I would love to have that on some of these guns, because I get it. One full charge is effectively working like an eat, or
Marking location. Cancel.
usually like 2 commando shots.
Location.
But God, it is rough. Because the whole point is you don't want to just fry your heat sinks. Otherwise, if you're just gonna run it till you burn your heatsink out, why even use it? Just get eats, then you get 2 shots every like 77 seconds or something.
Engaging.
That's a way more efficient use, I would say, of your time
Calling down a sentry.
and resources. Because otherwise you're sitting here just like beaming and beaming and beaming, waiting for the damage to kick in.
Requesting orbital. Reloading.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Orbital inbound.
Deploying non-lethal payload. ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Democracy.
I've heard people say the halt isn't good against the new Terminids. I think it's fine. Could it do with a little more ammo capacity? Yeah. But realistically, what gun wouldn't do better with a little bit extra ammo capacity?
Stand clear. ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
This is Pelican 1. I have visual on the extraction zone. Requesting air support. Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20 seconds. Extraction complete. Pelican
But
1
that is all for now. If If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button, it helps out the channel a lot, and if you haven't, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.